I wanted to give you a quick rundown of my background and the stuff I've done so you don't think I'm just some crazy lunatic talking out of my ass and I don't know, I'm full of shit. I joined the U.S. Army Reserves back in 2000. I shipped out to first Fort Benning for basic training and then to Fort Meade to continue my training as a combat photographer. That took about a year. And then I went back to home. At the time was Los Angeles. Before I joined the U.S. military, I was actually working as a stuntman. My last stunt job was a Dodge commercial we did. We were actually driving on the racetrack where they shot Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise outside of Los Angeles. That was basically my last job before, literally days before I shipped out to basic training. I also worked as a private investigator for a friend of mine who happened to also be a stuntman, so he kind of hooked me up with gigs. And also I worked as a locksmith before that. So when I graduated basic training and AIT, Advanced Individual Training for the photography, and I went back to Los Angeles, stunt jobs were nowhere to be found. The film industry was just dead after 9/11. Also, the PI work dried up because we worked mostly for lawyers and they kind of clamped all up. They didn't know what the future is going to hold, so everything was pretty bleak at the time. I went active duty shortly after, put my packet in for selection, Special Forces Assessment and Selection, SFAS. Got selected, shipped out to North Carolina, Fort Bragg, started training there, did my training to become a 18 Charlie, that was or is Special Forces Engineer Sergeant. After graduation, I went to Colorado Springs, 10th Group. I loved it there, but didn't get to enjoy it too much because we basically just trained up and then hit the road to go to Iraq. After my tour in Iraq, I went back to Colorado, put my packet in to go to Germany, went to the SIF, or later was the CRIF. You shoot all day and run through the house, through the shoot house. It was a lot of fun. So from there, I put another packet in for another selection. It wasn't Delta, it was the other one. Got selected, shipped back out to the States, did my training there, took forever. And then after that, after graduation, it was either just training or being out in the field. That was basically all I did until I got out. So a lot of the stuff that I'm showing here is either from my photography background, from my PI background, from my time as a Special Forces guy, to my time as a SIF, and to my time with the more exotic unit that I was associated with. And I know the name suggests that I'm part of the CIA or was part of the CIA. It's